All right, guys, and welcome to a brand new podcast with me and Paddy, two men in sheds. We don't really know what we're going to call it yet, but we'll throw a few suggestions out along the way, and then you'll have to kind of let us know what you think. But I guess maybe we'll start with just like introducing ourselves in case there is some brand new people that have found us. So introduce yourself, first of all, I guess.
So I'm Paddy Haynes. I am Ultimate England's Strongest Man 2023. Runner-up this year. I'm an English strongman. I'm sort of coming onto the scene as we speak. I've done a few Giants live shows. And yeah, sort of known for my grip strength in the strongman world, which is where our sort of paths crossed. Recently competed at the Shore Classic, came third in the arm lifting. So trying to pave the way for more people to get into grip in the strongman world.
Sounds about right. I guess for me, it's like, you're not that new to it anymore. You're not an up and coming. You're in now. You're like,
yeah, I
as
guess
soon as
so.
you're in Giants Live, I guess you're in. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm Tom from
Yeah.
Gods of Grip, the founder and creator of all this weird and wonderful stuff. And I work in a shed on a daily basis, and I love it.
It's the best way to be.
Yeah, I'm just like the biggest grip nerd ever, and I feel like this is perfect for me and Paddy to sort of just discuss all things grip, because he's become such a grip nerd now, and he's just been so good for promoting it in the sport, and I feel like we can help discuss some topics and just get more people into it and iron out a few of the, I guess, how would you say, like topics that are a bit touchy.
Yeah, 100%. Like, we're just going to talk about all things grip mainly, debate some hot topics, catch up on news, hot topics, events that have happened, and generally probably just talk about moustaches for a good 20% of it as well. But
I've freshly shaved this morning.
Yeah, it looks it.
Fresh.
I look like
a
I've been living in this shed.
Yeah, I need to. Maybe I'll just start growing a mustache. It's the only bit of facial hair that grows for me. Fucking big old mustache.
I pretend it's a choice, but these have been growing the same amount of time.
Know that feeling. So, what should we start with? What do you reckon?
Well, did you see that the World Deadlift Championships was this weekend, and the wrecking ball hold was in that?
Yeah,
Alexei Novikov set a new record. Did you see it?
Yeah, I was a bit shocked. It looked like he could have kept going.
He just was so chill, wasn't he? Like, I've done that, and at like 1 minute 40, my face started melting. So
yeah, he wasn't even shaking. It was just. I don't know. Was his technique? Because with it, there must be a lot of technique.
It was like, yeah, and again, he's probably used that bit of kit. Like, I think that's his 4th time using it, so he's got it figured out basically. But for me, it's one of them events. Like, I think Giants Live are bringing it out too much. I think it's a cool event, but like, I think they'll ruin it if it's just in every show, or like it should be like once a year, like this sick grip event. Like, because they got the Hercules hold and stuff, which we haven't seen for a while. But I don't know, it's sort of starting to take the shine off it a bit for me that it's just being used, and a record's getting broken on it like every time it's done. Yeah,
I think 2 minutes is too long for someone to be stood.
I agree.
Holding something, it's
not like it's light though. It's nearly 300 kilos.
I literally don't get it. What did he break the record by? Was it like 20?
It was about. I think it was about 156. So he got 10 seconds on it.
Right.
But I don't think he like fully understood like the language barrier and stuff. So he had 2 minutes and then basically like put it down then. But I think I've heard like he was like coughing up blood and stuff after it as well. So
perfect. Oh yeah,
I think he was putting on more effort than he looked.
Didn't you lend him your suit at?
I did, yeah. Not for the wrecking ball hold.
No. Well, that is a crazy story. That just lent Novikov your suit for.
Literally got back from doing my deadlifts, and then he literally undressed me, took my suit, shorts, straps. I was just there naked, like, no, I've got nothing left to give you, bro.
Got nothing left.
Got nothing. But they're all returned. I was worried they'd be on a flight to Ukraine, but everything's come back.
Yeah. And what did you make of the deadlift itself?
Yeah, I was again, I guess underwhelmed, but like the highlight for me was obviously Lucy pulling 325 pretty easily, like just crazy. And Trey's 470 without a suit is like that's one of the wildest things.
No suit and no figure eights either.
Just delts. That's all he used. Just meat. Yeah, that is absolutely what I hope that brought the absolute house down. But yeah, that was. I mean, Mitch moving it to his knees as well, like the world record. Like that's just. Scary,
I didn't expect that.
Like, he didn't even train for it, bro. Like
this is the thing.
He pulled 420 in the gym.
420, 470 came up, and he was like, "Oh, I'll have a crack at the insane record that everyone's been solely training for, pretty much."
I just don't think anyone understands him. I don't understand how he's that much better than anyone else at pretty much everything now. But he's a nice dude.
Here's a compliment for you. Laura said, "Do you know who's like Mitch? Do you know who's like him? Paddy's a bit like Mitch."
I think that's very generous because he has a moustache.
You just need to shave the edge, get a bit of.
It won't be long, Thomas. Jeez.
Shiny head. Yeah, that was good. That is there any more big comps for the rest of the year?
They've got the World Tour Open, which is in Cardiff. That'll be in like 3 weeks, so that's pretty soon again. I think Luke Rich is doing that one, which is quite cool.
Yeah.
For the English guys, but yeah, it'd be that one's in Glasgow, up in Glasgow. So I think that's the last one then, and then we basically focus on Brits.
Yeah, that's like early next year, isn't it?
February 1st. Yeah, that's the one. If anyone wants to come watch me, I'll be there. And that's very much my focus in my life now, is just getting ready for Brits.
So your off season, do you tend to do a bit more grip? Would you say?
I actually do. I've been playing with stuff like. I guess we could transition into this quite well, but my I'm on the road to cleaning and pressing the inch now. That's my sort of. I've just given myself a bit of a side quest because it's about time I did it. Really, for me, I've got the grip strength. I think I could clean it, but it's catching an 80-kilo dumbbell like down here and press because like when we press a dumbbell, it's here and it's like fine, but you sort of catch it down here and it's horrible. Yeah. You feel like all your joints trying to explode, basically. Unless you're Kim, you see Kim's. Just cleaned it out here and went.
It was like just a big hammer curl, wasn't it? Just like
I love Kim, but that was crazy because
it's insane.
People try and because you can cheat it as well, can't you? Like let's be honest, like so people knee it, and so what I'm talking about is just one motion, clean and press.
Yeah, it's got to be like Kim did it. It's like textbook, isn't it? Just literally fling it up and.
It's just one of them, like you see someone do that and you're like, yeah, that's strong. Do you know what I mean? So just want to be the next person. So all I'm doing, if it's of interest to anyone, is I've started very light with it. Just get the technique right, because it's kind of thing, even like at pro strongman level, you can't just start trying to yank a 78-kilo dumbbell to your shoulder because you're going to hurt something. So like doing light sets with the lighter ones, just getting used to that movement. And then I'm just slowly upping it. So sort of think 3-4 weeks now, I have a good crack, but I definitely want to come do it on your dumbbell. Because if you haven't been to the grip shed, all the equipment there is lighter than the rest of the world. Tom does something special to his kit. Everything's slippy and southern down here, so it's all heavy.
that 78-kilo dumbbell is just majestic to lift. Like because we've got two. The other one's not quite there yet, but the one we've had for ages is just like
the rust bucket.
Yeah, it actually is. As you can probably see, like, look at the rust on that wall. It's just beautiful.
It's hard to explain to people that, like, grip kit is the only kit that you actually want to get a bit rusty. Like, my 78 is, I think, the hardest one to lift I've ever seen. Like,
really?
I think because we painted it, well, you painted it kindly for me, but since then, it's like...
The handle,
slippy.
When we got all the new ones, we just did the globes and then left the handles bare. So maybe just sand it off.
New ones.
Yeah, just leave the handle. But yeah, that is.
John, I think they might actually arrive today. That's quite funny.
Oh no way! Which ones have you got?
85, 95, and 104.
So this is probably a good little. We can dip into this topic here about the.
Oh, wait, this is seamless so far, guys.
Yeah. So, is the 85-kilo the new Thomas inch?
It's definitely is. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
If we're talking an unliftable dumbbell, it can't be a dumbbell that like. What do you reckon? 300 people lift now? More, yeah.
More. Yeah. People don't even you don't even need to train for it. People just come and pick it up.
Yeah.
It's not even like a challenge.
Like when we did the Shore Classic, that was the lightest option was a Tom Cinch dumbbell. So it's like it's a crazy feat of strength still for like your normal human being. But like when you talk pro, like there's no one in the men's opens that can't lift a Tom Cinch dumbbell in any grip comp.
Yeah. Well, I think we've got 9 names on that board already since I think it's been there 3 months.
Yeah.
And we've not had that many people here. And it's just,
I was going to say, it's not like...
Yeah, everyone lifts it. So it's got to be the 85. It's like...
I think so. I think the 85 is... It's more challenging, it's bigger, but it's like, it's not ridiculous like the 95 and the 104. Like, those truly are like, you have to be one of the best in the world to lift them. Like, there's no question, because they are serious. And 95s are also super rare, aren't they?
Are they really?
Have you ever seen one? I've never gone somewhere and seen a 95 kilo whole dumbbell, which is why I bought one.
Yeah. Isn't there a 120 now?
Yeah, that's what I put up my story the other day. Like, if you want a dumbbell you'll never lift, buy this dumbbell. But,
just have it rolling around the shed.
Honestly, like the 104, like we've moved that between us a few times, and it's tough. But I think people would be surprised as well. Like, again, bit of a tangent, but like you'd think if you could do the 95, the 104 would be pretty close. Yeah. But I genuinely think you need to be able to do the 95 for about 6 to 8 reps before you've got a chance at the 104. Wow. Like level, 100%.
What do you think about the 78 to 85? How many reps on them?
I don't really know. I'm going to sound like such a knob because like 78 is quite easy for me.
Yeah.
So I did 66 reps on the strength shot one. I did about 30 on the whole one. But then the 85 for me doesn't feel that much harder. But again, that's because it was your dumbbell and it's seasoned to perfection. And my
it is. Simple, yeah. I managed to lift it as well, which is nice. Yeah. Maybe 3 reps on the 78 will get you the 85, I think.
I think so. It depends, because some people are just built for like repetitive, like myself, really. And then like max efforts aren't quite as strong. So it does depend. But if you've got big hands and you can lift a Tom Cinch, there's probably a 50% chance you can lift an 85, I would have thought, at least.
Do you have a routine for lifting yours? Like, do you try and do the same thing every time?
Yeah, so the holes are a lot easier, right? Because they're round. The strength shot replica things have got a flat edge in it. It's all a bit it's all a bit sort of whereas the whole dumbbells, like there's no easy way. Like I just always have the numbers facing up. And I don't train them that much, bro, to be honest. Like it's just sort of something I do to annoy people that can't lift them, really. But
that should have been what we did at the start. It's like, I'm Paddy, just go and switch camera. I'm Tom, here we go.
But that's like the thing I've always been good at, right? Like Tiny came here the other week and kicked my ass at pinch grip, so like that for me is like where I've always been a bit weaker. But dumbbells, axles, like all that stuff, that's a bit of me. I say that like Tiny's not getting very strong at them as well, but enough about Tiny. We'll have him on soon.
We will, yeah. Little fella.
Shall we
tiny little thing
talk about the Haynes strength grip champs, Tom?
Let's do this. Okay. Right.
Because let's be honest, it's a pretty serious grip comp. We have 30 people enter, which is pretty good as well. So the women's is still quite quiet, but you know, it is what it is. Like there's still there's a handful, which is what we want.
So this is still open. Entry's still open on Strength Register.
Yeah, you can enter on the day, to be honest. Like there's no t-shirts or anything. So, and
it's at the Haynes Strength Gym in Banbury. Look at that.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, it's on the farm. So bring wellies.
Yeah.
It will be. It's undercover, but it will be. It's guaranteed to be cold, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So the classes we've got: the women's under 73s, under 100 opens, and then the masters over 50. Men's we've got under 83s, under 105s, under 120s, opens, and masters. So
there we go.
Kicking off, I love this event. I don't know how you feel about it, but we've got an axle double overhand medley. Yeah. So I got this idea from the Shore. So there's 4 bars. The heaviest bar in each category will be a world record.
Yeah.
And a Gods of Grip world record, I should say, clarify.
Yeah.
And the lowest bar is like roughly about, I think it's about 50% of that, something like that. Maybe a bit more. So everyone should be able to lift the first one, really, was my goal with it. And then you keep going up until you fail. If you fail, you then go back to the previous bar and rep it out, and that's how we'll split the points. So it's not split time or anything, but it will be reps is the trump.
Yeah, I think the rep thing just makes things a lot easier, doesn't it, as well? It's a good challenge for people as well. And it was like the Giants Live.
It also brings tactics into it as well, which I like. Because like if you see if someone goes out in front of you and they fail the last one, but only get one, say like I did at the shore, but they only get one with the third bar, you just know you need to go out and do two. Or like you might think if you're before that you don't want to waste your energy trying a heavier one and try and rep out the one before, and then someone might beat it. But I just love it. I think it's exciting. I think it's very strongman as well, which you'll tell with my grip events that I try and get the strongman element into them as well.
Yeah. Well, that's your style, isn't it? You've got to stick to it. I think Axel's a good event. It's a good test of two-handed strength. This is definitely something we can discuss, I think, on a whole episode, pretty much the deadlift, Saxon kind of, do we lift a lockout and all that stuff. But I do 100%. Like it as an event. That's why we like to chuck it in. It's a good test, isn't it? You know,
it's an old school one. Oh, I did mean to ask you actually. Am I right in thinking the 105 men's record got broken?
I did think that, yeah.
At your event,
we had a guy flying from Poland just to beat it.
Sick. What did he do?
Yeah. Let me have a look.
So, guys, the 105's weights will be changing as a result of this crushing bombshell.
Oh, he did 187. So what is that?
187. Damn.
Yeah.
So the 105's last bar will probably be
190
then. There's a guy that I think can do it as well. Have you seen him? Aaron, his name is. He's signed up. He's a legend. I'm real good pals with him. I think he's done it in training, mate, in the medley.
Wow. Well,
yeah. So that would be awesome.
I think this guy had a bit more in him, to be honest. Raphael.
That's the trouble with records, though, isn't it? It's like if there's no one to push you, like. But
he was a
I'd love for him to be beaten. Like I just love that like competitiveness. That like, even if he has got more, he got a record and then gets beaten in like 2 weeks. It's like, damn.
Yeah. He'll be absolutely fuming.
Do you think there'll be world records or Gods of Grip records? I need to keep saying.
This is the thing. Like, axle records are so difficult because, as you'll know, every bar's different, isn't it? And every referee's down signal's different, and it's extremely difficult to find proper records. That's why there isn't really an official axle record, because no one really knows.
Well, it was always on like the Iron Mind axle, wasn't it? Like before,
that's it,
back in the day.
Yeah.
But
then like
it's just not feasible for me. For me, if it's like a 48 or a 50 mil axle, it's not got any like trickery on it, then it's legit, in my opinion, and it's from the floor.
But I think so too, and it's got to be done in competition instead of.
I guess the fairest way to do it would be to do it on one of your Gods of Grip axles, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then maybe like set the records on that bar only or something like that would be quite fair. But then again, it's like people will just think it's a money-making exercise, but it's really not. It's just
it's all right with the grip tools because they're easy, but with a bar, it's like there's so many people that do axle bars and everyone's. But anyway, it's kind of generic, close enough within. If you're lifting 190 on an axle, you deserve to have some. I mean, take it. So yes, but we'll have to put that up a little bit. 187. He got 155.5 on the 60 mil axle. That's not bad either.
That's pretty much what we were doing at the shore. 155 on a 2.5 inch.
Crazy that.
So is that a little bit bigger than 60 mil? I think.
Yeah.
65 mil.
Yeah, there you go, 65.
63.5. So damn, that's strong. That's very strong.
You've actually got the record on that. 181 kilos.
What, little old me?
Yeah, little old Paddy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I had no idea. God.
There you go.
181 records I didn't even know about.
And you've got it on the 50 mil at 220 as well.
Yeah. Again, that's.
Do you think Tiny will beat that?
Higher. I don't, but I wouldn't be surprised if that makes sense.
Moist conditions might not favour him.
Moist conditions, and it's not always been his best event, but like he pulled 200 and held it for time on. was it last week? So he does look strong, but like it's also a bit harder because it's in a medley. Like you're doing 4 bars before, like it is a bit harder than just going up and doing 2-2-1 like completely fresh.
Yeah, true.
Part of me wants him to get it because I'd like us to take that record higher because I don't think 2-2-1 is my limit, especially on your Axel. I think it's lovely.
I don't know how it's that good. Actually,
yeah,
it just
it's
feels.
Like, for those that haven't used it, it's like having Gorilla Glue on your hands before you lift it. It's
it
unreal.
actually is. It was that.
I remember we did. I broke that. Do you remember? It was like it was peeing it down with rain, and we were like sweeping the rain off the platform. I was like, "This is not the conditions for a world record in grip, is it?"
Yeah. God, that was hell. That's what caused me to build the shed. I'm like, I'm building a shed.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Anyway, event 2, 80 mil pinch block for max. Sorry, you get 3 lifts, and we'll give you a 4th lift if you're going to break a record.
Yeah,
pretty standard rules there.
Yeah, nice.
Did you want to bring a fresh block down? I've got that one. That do you remember?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, it's not very nice.
No, it's horrendous. That's been through the wars. That one. Yeah, I'll bring one.
For those that don't know, as Gods of Grip's like OG athlete and obviously favorite, I just get all like the palmed off equipment that they can't sell. So I've got like a sort of freak show of grip tools, but I love it.
You actually do, yeah. Freak show. Yeah, that was that's terrible, that one. Yeah, we'll bring a nice one.
Yeah, so if you bring a fresh one, and then hard to see past, I think, yourself and Tiny, really. I know Harvey's very strong in the 83s on this.
Yeah.
It's a rubbish event for small hands.
It is, yeah. It's a completely different lift, I found. Like, you lift it like you would a blob. It's a bit weird, but I like it. I guess
I remember before the show, you told me to train on that 80 mil because obviously I don't have blobs at the farm, and just try and like leave a bit of a gap, etc. So it's a pretty nasty bit of kit, to be honest. Like, it's not really used in comps much either, is it?
No, it's the same width as the Iron Mind one, but no one really likes using that because it's like sharp corners and the powder coating texture on it's terrible as well. Yeah. But it'll be good to set some records on this, I guess.
Exactly, that's the thing. Like, that's what we're trying to achieve here as well. Like, we're trying to fill the leaderboards a bit because it's an event that's not done much, so it should open the door for lots of records to be set, which would be sick.
Yeah.
And then so I think you and Tiny got to be close to 45-50 kilo, surely.
I think I get 55 on it.
55, Jesus.
Yeah,
okay, that's impressive. I'd be happy.
I don't know. It's going really well on it. I actually prefer it to the 60 mil now.
I think that with the Saxon, because my PBs are like, I think I've done 131 and 125, so it's like 6 kilo. But yeah, the 80 mil just fits, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I don't know why. It just works, doesn't it?
So anyway, job done. Event 3, farm arm lifting medley. This is one I had the most questions on.
A classic.
It's a classic. We did this last year. Basically, this week I'm going to go around the farm and just find awkward looking stuff that I can find. It'd be between 8 and 10 objects. Put them all out, and then if you can pick them up in a certain way, you'll get a point, and then it's the most amount of points that wins. But there'll be blobs, there'll be hubs, there'll be dumbbells, and then hopefully there's a rock, and then just general farm stuff as well.
Nice.
So
all to lock out.
All to lock out. Again, it'd be me probably reffing. I'm pretty stingy as a ref. Like, I'll make you hold it. But yeah,
that's
again, it's just a nice fun event. Hopefully, a nice quick one, and just get everyone through and just Are you
going to do split times on it, or just 1 point per implement kind of thing?
I think we'll just do points, Tom. To be honest, because it's not. I think it would ruin it if people are like rushing around, like sprinting, trying to especially if you make a mistake and it's like you pick. I don't know. I think it's just fair. Like, you lifted 8, someone else lifted 8. Like,
I think
points don't matter in an 8 event comp.
No,
because as long as you don't have a stinker, basically, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
little to say on that one, mainly because I haven't planned it yet, but it will be fun. It will be.
Yeah, it will.
It'll just be a bit of a laugh, bit less formal. Then we go into the classic Dynamite Stick Max.
Everyone
Classic
loves this one.
kit. I love this one. I liked the Rogue. What's it called? The grandfather clock.
Yeah.
Because it has like a fully spinning loading pin, which is quite cool.
It's clever, that, isn't it?
It really is. But again, what you're saying on this one, if you're over 100 kilo, you're doing well, sort of, for like a strong person. For us, 130 on the cards.
I think so. Yeah. I think the record is. Let me have a quick look. 135.
I know Billy's probably got it, hasn't
he? Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember everyone just went mad on this tool for some reason? Like there was just Instagram, like me, Fat Muscle, Ollie were all just like, we started about 115, I think, and then it just kept going mad.
It's because you can get a lot of weight. Everyone's like enjoying it a bit more instead of.
It's also real low taxing on the hands and stuff as well.
Yeah,
like you don't tear anything. Like it's just fun.
Yeah. There's quite a few sneaky tactics being employed on this. I don't know if you've seen with the little big horn.
With the little
basically
big
like
horn.
spinning it as you're lifting it, and it helps break it off the ground.
Do you know someone's told me about that before, and I could not get my head around how that would help?
Yeah.
Give the old razzle dazzle.
It does work. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just tell people if you spin it like intentionally, I'll just be like, "What are you doing? Just lift it."
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. But Scott Wadsworth, I don't know if he's coming. Actually, is he?
Have a look. Scott.
No, he isn't. But he recently just got over 100 kilos at 83 kilos body weight, which is pretty nice. Yeah.
So you'll see in the under 80s as well, Steve Wilkinson is a good friend of mine. You know, remember Backslap Steve? He's about the 100 mark. So I think certainly 95. I can't remember what the record is on that off the top of my head. But again, like I said, we'll give everyone a fourth attempt if because we just want records to be broken, right? Between us. Like it. As much as it is a competition, we also want we just want to get the best numbers out of everyone, and just see what can be done. Because again, it's going to be a good excuse for some fun.
Yeah. On a side note, Emma Hunt has lifted 80 kilos on that.
Emma is terrifying. I love Emma, but that's you don't need to be that strong.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's going to be a difficult to beat. Jesus.
Do you know, I'm just looking at these entries on the screen, and that 120s category is absolutely stacked. Like, in fairness, like it's missing Ollie, granted.
Yeah.
But like, there's some good guys and there's some good strongmen in there as well. And it's good to see Daryl back in the opens. Do you remember Daryl from last time? He's like 6'7", massive hands.
Yeah.
Absolute freak of nature. Yeah. And that list is obviously missing you and Tiny that have entered privately. So.
Yeah, keeping it under wraps.
Yeah, exactly. The two fucking big doms walking.
Tiny boys.
But do you know, I thought Tiny was the most intimidating bloke when I first met him. I was like, oh, this guy's a bit of a dick, isn't he? And then now he's just like the most lovely human being.
It's crazy.
He's a big softie, really.
Like, yeah, he is. He's just dead. Like, he rang me the other day, and I was just like, he's just the nicest fella. But you're looking at me like, fucking hell, look at that guy.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Rolling handle farmers for time, event 5.
Nice.
Pretty classic. We built these for the Farm Open a year or so ago, didn't we? And they were universally hated by all the strongmen. Yeah. They're a pair of farmers walks, but the handle is they've got thick rolling handles. So there's a 50 mil set for the women's and a 60 mil set for the men's. Yeah. I'm still yet to decide the weights, to be honest. Like, it'll probably just be done on the day, but it's not going to be stupid heavy, and there'll be a heavy and a light option. So like as long as you get 5 seconds on the heavy option, you sound basically like
it's a minimum
5 seconds.
Like 80. Did we say 80 kilos?
I was thinking 80 and 50 maybe for the men's.
Yeah.
And then we'll figure the women's out as well. But it's a hold event, so I don't want it to be like people holding it for like 6 seconds to win it. Do you know what I mean? I want a good 20, 30 seconds of pain.
Yeah. We can
say that
actually
as
add
if
them onto the leaderboards as well.
Sorry, buddy.
We can add them onto the leaderboards as well, because
Yeah.
we are going to do some interchangeable farmers that you can switch handles out and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that'd be sick.
So might as well.
The mystery event options are endless.
Yeah, we can do pinch handles, whatever you want. Yeah.
So again, probably Tiny's event. I hope you don't mind me saying.
Yeah.
The guy is above the world record on rolling handles at the minute. I think Steve in the under 80s will give that a good bash. And then you're probably looking at the strongmen more than the grip dons for this one. So like Lewis Bryce in the 120s will probably hang on to this one quite well. I can't see Daryl dropping them with his hands. He could probably hook grip them.
Them big shoes. Yeah, my issue is my left hand is just like empty. So that's the issue with that. My left hand will just drop it, whereas my right will be like, okay. But
so
I think that's
again, you'll see in my mind, you'll see half of each category sort of go for the heavy option and half go for the light option.
Yeah.
That'd be like the perfect storm, I reckon. But
again, it's a little bit tactical, isn't it?
Again, it really is. Like if you know you're going to get good points for just holding on for 5 seconds, like you do it. But if you know you're not going to get a good time on the heavy ones and you need a good time to get points, like you may as well just do an easy hold on the light option.
Yeah,
but I'm thinking 80 and 50 for that. I think that would be because it's almost like a punishment for choosing the lighter one that you then have to hold it for ages.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean? Like, and if you try the heavy option and miss it, you can of course go back down, but it will be like straight away. So again, that's the risk that if you miss it,
it's a big risk that
your grip's going to be battered straight away.
Yeah.
But that's why we love it. It's exciting. Number 6 is a bit of you, isn't it? Hand gripper, hold for time. So the way we do this, we've got a setting block that you'll clamp in the arms of a gripper and just hold it out in front of you. When it hits the floor, your time's up, basically.
Yeah. Again,
we're using your grippers for this as well. The elite 1 to 7. I just like it as a gripper event because it's so easy to referee. Like I ref the grip final. Like get where it was closes, and it's stressful.
Painful, especially when there was like
necessary.
So many people.
Yeah, and you got so many thick hands, and you can't see the end of the gripper. So that'd be dead easy.
Is this closed? Is this closed?
I don't know. So it's the exact same principle. You got to get 5 seconds hold minimum. So I see a lot of people on this doing about 5-6 seconds, Tom. I don't know about you. I think
definitely.
I think if you're holding the number 7 closed, which is crazy, you're not going to do much more than I'm guessing that's your plan. I don't want to make you out your tactics. Yeah, that's mad.
Definitely.
See, I'd be on the 6, but like have to hold it for ages probably would be my annoying thing. But I don't know much about grippers really. Like I don't know who else in that lineup's good at grippers, Tom. Anyone stand out?
I imagine not many. It's all technique, isn't it? If you get your set right, then it feels okay.
I think you need to stress that more, that hand grippers is like so technique and you need to train hand grippers. Because I remember I went to my first grip comp, I was like, I got a good grip, like I'll be fine at grippers. Absolutely useless. Absolutely. But then I wasn't setting it right and doing all that. So if you just go up to it and squeeze it, you're in a world of trouble.
It's a good point that because your crush grip on like rolling handle axle is unbelievable, but then grippers, it's like you need to learn how to utilize it properly, I guess.
Basically. It's just not important for me though, is it? That's the thing. It's like
there you go. Yeah.
It's the least important thing in the world. Like I still at the end of the day am a strong man that has a good grip. So it's like I try not to waste too much time where I could be building some shoulders. Playing with grippers.
Pretty much.
Number 7, worst event of the day, Gods of Grip High Ridge for Max. Like it could be worse. I watched the video actually. What's the guy's name that the climber that came and broke the low ridge record?
Pete Whitaker.
Yeah. I mean that was a great video as well, but they got like 10 kilo on that. I remember I came to the shed and I couldn't do about 7 or something. So like that to me is
I don't understand how he's done it.
Joe Sterling's a little demon on it as well. Like, it was Joe's
He
record,
is.
wasn't it? Actually,
It
Joe
was.
get it?
Blew him away.
You just want to be a
Little Joe.
small rock climber, basically, for that.
Yeah.
Like, our fat sausages just don't have a chance.
Yeah. The high ridge, it's all right. There's plenty of stuff to grab
The high
onto.
ridge, yeah. The high ridge is fine.
You've been very kind with that one.
Do you think?
Yeah, it could have been well worse than that.
Yeah, it could have. But again, it's one that there aren't that many records for. So
Yeah.
Let's get it in a comp and let's set some
Yeah.
records. But what do you reckon? I think 27.
Yeah,
Kilos.
I think that's possible. Yeah.
Something around there.
Do you know what is your high ridge like? Is it quite narrow but high? Yeah, go on.
Hold on. Stay tuned. Yeah. I've still got the mic on, so I can still talk to you. This is the power of technology, honestly.
Technology.
She's a rust bucket, Tom.
Oh, beautiful.
Professional job, this.
Let's see if I can do this. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. Ah, yes. Let's see.
There's a little gap there underneath as well.
Extra height.
Look at the texture on that, honestly.
Crusty.
It's like a teenager's face. It's unreal.
Yeah. So the new ones are slightly thicker.
Oh, they're chonk.
Yeah, it's.
Well, do you want to bring a new one then we
can do.
Legit. I've been outed. Like how small mine is compared to yours.
Basically, we couldn't get that, or he was cutting this in half to make them, and he was like, "It's a pain in the ass. It's going through too many saw blades." I was like, "We'll just make it bigger," and there we go.
Oh, fair. Bring that then.
And
we'll use that.
It feels exactly the same. Yeah, it doesn't really make any difference because it's the same height.
Yeah, you're moving like a third of an inch, aren't you?
Yeah.
So yeah, high ridge, not my cup of tea, but it'll be a fun event. We just needed something fiddly in the mixer.
Yeah, I'll have a go on it after this. So we see. You think 27? I think that's possible.
I think so. I think 20 used to be the benchmark. I used to say like if you get 20. Yeah. And then everyone I coach can do 20.
Yeah. Well, this will be a good one when we do our rolling handle video. Like the benchmarks, I think if we set tiers for people to sort of achieve on rolling handles, pinch blocks, then we've got like a listing. You can just say, there you go.
That'd be fun. God tier, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that'd be good actually. Shite. And then you've got tiny tier as well, just above everyone else.
God tier, tiny.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then event 8, I'm probably the most excited about because I'm a child. The tractor hold for time. Have you got a spoiler for us?
I haven't got it with me, but it's horrendous.
So are they all done? They look good.
I don't even know how to explain to you. Basically, you're going to lift it from either the wheels or the roof of the tractor.
Well, again, it's a bit of fun, guys. It will decide. Do what you like, really. It doesn't bother me. And we're going to put a set weight. It'll be quite light, and it'll just be a long, horrible hold. But I mean, we'll have like sort of 4 people going at a time for that. I would have thought like just loads of people. Imagine just being like someone on the footpath, just look in, and there's just 4 people holding little toy tractors on a farm.
I'll bring fixed loading pins for it because if you lift it by the front wheels, it basically like tilts all the way up, kind of thing. So if we do it on a fixed pin, then it should stay levelish. I think. If you've got a few. Yeah, I'll print about 10 just in case we get.
You don't have faith in the booze.
Yeah, I might also bring some hay bales just in case the tractors just don't work.
Okay.
A backup of hay bales.
But other than that, guys, that is it. The strongest grip will reign supreme. Obviously, we are having a bit of fun with it as well, but we do want some records to be broken. There's some good events in there. The results will be on strength results as well. Entries are still open, like Tom said. You can enter on the day as well if you're about. It's all through strength register for the entries. We're going to have cakes on sale. We're going to have merch for sale. Like, just come down. It'll be good fun. God's Grip are doing some prizes as well for all the category winners. Very kind of you, Tom. But yeah, it's going to be a good day, I think.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it. It's going to be so long, 8 events.
Yeah,
but
it's going to be a long day. That's what I sort of want. I want to get people started on like event 2 while event 1's still going and stuff like that. But we'll have plenty of hands on deck and stuff to just get through it.
Yeah. Are you going to do it outside under that like shelter where you did it last time? It's a good spot.
My gym is so clean. No one's coming in here.
Well, yeah, we went away after our last competition, and I came in this morning, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't tidy you up," and there's just
yeah, I've done that so many times.
Everywhere, it's just hell in here. I'll try and tidy it later.
You're like, you're so fried from the session, and you get back, and you're like, "It'll be fine. I'll clean it in the morning," and then you just—it's the worst thing you can do. Just always clean your gym before you leave, and you feel so much better when you go to train the next day.
I feel like it's just embedded into the mats now as well.
What, chalk?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same as a strongman gym, but there's just more blood, urine, talcum powder.
Yeah. Well, after that one at Bionic, the Grip Fest.
Yeah.
We had that little platform where we were doing the comp. We had like obviously Scott Wadsworth, Craig Rowney, just like smashing it everywhere. Face was just like after collapsed, I think.
I'm glad Craig's not coming to this one as well. Like he's off on holiday. He's a great guy.
How dare he?
Yeah. I mean, there's just a lack of commitment there for me, isn't there?
100%. Is Ollie coming?
If you're serious about grip, you cancel holidays.
Yes. Do you know Carl?
But no, it's going to be fun. Yep.
Yeah, he's coming here today for some last minute training tips and stuff.
Oh, really? People are taking Steve, for example, has been training grip very seriously.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? How like competitive people get, even though it's a bit silly, but also quite serious, I guess.
Steve is incredibly competitive, but
really,
with the best will in the world, Harley's winning the under 80s. Let's be honest. Like the bloke could compete in the Opens. His strength on certain events.
Do you know what? I think Carl will give him a good run for his money.
Oh, really? Good.
Yeah, he's a climbing background and a tattoo artist, so he's got like strong hands, but also good endurance.
So how's that relevant?
Because I guess he's like stabbing people all day, so he's got like quite good endurance in his wrists and hand. I think that's sort of my logic behind it. But he'll beat Harley on the vertical bar.
In the 105s, I think between Jack Williams, who is a child, Aaron Moody is exceptional. No, I don't know actually. I think it's open, but they're the two front runners for me.
Yeah, I remember Jack being very good, like overall.
He won it. He won the final of the 105s last year.
Yeah,
he's one of my boys actually, but he'll go a long way in grip.
Yeah, and then Big Ben.
The Opens, I think you and Tiny and Daryl. Ben, I love to bits, but no.
No, you never know.
And I don't know in the 120s. Like I said, it's Andy just came second, I think, in the Masters at the grip final or third.
Yeah.
Ryan Naylor, good strongman. Jack Wadman, good strongman. Josh Stanton. They're all strong men in that category. They literally
so they'll do well on like the axle at Farmer's Hold.
Yeah.
It's just like the high ridge and the hand grippers that throw them off, isn't it?
I was teaching Ryan like how to do the ridge and stuff, and he was literally just grabbing it like that. So like, it's just little bits like that. Like they ain't gonna know, but it'll be good fun. We'll get there. Be like I say, it'll be a long day, but we'll get through, and it'll be good fun, and just get together and have a good old grippy day.
Good old grippy day.
I don't think there's much going on in the world of grip this week, is there really, other than this comp?
No, that's it. Right, how do I... There we go.
So we've been waffling for 45 minutes, so we should probably wrap it up as... It was the first one, which was meant to be like a brief introduction of what it is.
Yeah, so this is kind of what we're going to be doing, I guess, just discussing anything that's upcoming, any sort of topics that we choose.
Should we finish on a hot topic? Should we start the trend?
Okay, a little teaser on something.
Pick a number between 1, 2, and 3.
2.
2. Okay. Should liquid chalk be allowed in grip comps? Do you want to argue for or against?
Good God, Patrick.
You should argue against because you're a purist.
Definitely, I'm definitely against. Yeah.
Okay, right, I'll argue for.
Really?
Well, someone's got to. I'm playing devil's advocate.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Right. It's just chalk. Why is it different?
It's got tacky in it, pretty much. That's the big thing. I think with powdered chalk is powdered chalk. You know, it's pretty much 100% magnesium carbonate. You're not going to get too much additives in there, let's say. Whereas with liquid chalk, some certain brands will use a lot more. Like it's like tree resin, basically, isn't it? That it's very hard to get a level playing field across the board. Like liquid chalk's designed to pretty much stop your hands sweating, isn't it? And stick on there for a bit longer and be a bit more convenient. And some of them
if you gave everyone in the same comp the same chalk to use? I'm just arguing for it. Like I agree with you, but I'm trying to give it a chance.
If you just used quite a pure liquid chalk, you'd perform
like
worse.
For example, a Haynes Strength Secret Sauce would be a good one.
Yeah. It does have a little bit of the naughty stuff in, but not an excessive amount. I honestly feel like powdered chalk would beat liquid chalk.
On certain things, I think. Anything metal, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always use it if, like, you know, like those rolling handles that are like sort of rubbery. That like you're probably better off with no, but you just want dry hands. That's all you want. Like,
well, that's it. And liquid chalk is better at stopping your hands from sweating, whereas you need to keep applying powdered chalk. Really,
it was amazing to me, like how much difference it makes as well. Like people use it for a reason. Like you fail a blob or something and put a bit of chalk on it, and suddenly you're like, you find that sweet spot, and it's like, oh damn. So
I actually think putting a layer of liquid chalk and then powdered chalk on top is probably the way to go, especially for like the farmer's hold.
It's just drying your hands out, isn't it? At the end of the day.
Yeah, but
right,
no
okay.
way.
That was an easy one.
Never.
We are going with no. Liquid chalk should not be allowed in grip comps. Let us know what you think below. If you think if you like liquid chalk, I love it for strongman, but for grip comps, stay in the gym bag.
Yeah, definitely. I think it doesn't work as well on equipment as well. It just makes it slippier.
Stain stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But
let's wrap it up.
Haynes Strength liquid chalk is, pure as it comes, 100% natural ingredients. All the good stuff. We also need a name. So any name suggestions for this podcast would be appreciated.
What were the best we've come up with? They're quite bad. Pods of grip.
Pods of
Two man, two shed.
Yeah, that's what did I put? The big hand gang? No. I don't know.
That sounds like it's something to do with masturbation. We shouldn't call it.
But anyway, we're going to try and do this sort of maybe once a week, just maybe an hour every now and again, and just 100%. Chatting away, and we'll see how it goes. But cool.
Yeah, been a pleasure. I will see you on the weekend where hopefully you'll take a nice medal home.
Hopefully I'll get a bit of training today, and we will see.
Right. Thanks for watching, guys, / listening, and we'll catch you in the next one.
See you in a bit.